explosion, 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 and wait for it, more fucking explosions. Hello everyone, it's Average Ol here making average content for the average viewer, and today I'm back with another Call of Duty video. I know a lot of people have been talking about this game, and to be honest I completely understand why. Personally, from everything that I have seen so far, the game looks absolutely phenomenal. So all of the hype surrounding the Call of Duty multiplayer reveal really made me want to go back and play Modern Warfare 2 and see what it is about the Modern Warfare franchise that makes Call of Duty players weaker at the knees than a drunk polio patient. So let's get on with it, shall we? So upon loading the game up, I was automatically overcome with nostalgia. Everything in the game, from the music to the pre-game lobby, just brought me right back to being a nerdy little teenager who had nothing better to do than to play COD and masturbate to the one video I had saved on my Motorola Razr phone. And in all honesty, those were the good old days, man. So I loaded up the first game and started to wonder what things would be transferred from this iconic game to the new Modern Warfare and what I wanted to see from this new addition to the franchise. One thing that I've been seeing a lot on YouTube about is the map design. So recently, Call of Duty games have been sticking to the same 3-lane map design. This is the reason that when you buy a new Call of Duty game, you know exactly where to run. And the need to learn all the intricate details of every map is almost completely gone. The effect that this has had is that the maps play out pretty fairly because neither side has a particular advantage over the other, as the map is essentially a mirror image of itself. But what I noticed, or should I say remembered, about Modern Warfare 2 was that this was rarely the case. Each map is completely different and offers you a number of power positions that if you or your team can capture and hold, then you can dominate. It has also been said that Modern Warfare will adopt this map style, as the devs have stated that they want to encourage map exploration and reintroduce these power positions. In my opinion, I'm super excited for this, as I felt that the 3-lane design of the last few CODs has meant that each game plays out very similarly, and personally I find that I enter an almost autopilot mode of just running down the least populated side to get behind the enemy and flank. Don't get me wrong, this is very fun and a successful tactic, but I just don't find that it offers much variety in the matches. When I was playing Modern Warfare 2, although I'd been playing these maps for years, I was still never quite sure where the next enemy was going to be hiding, and this meant that I was constantly on my toes and therefore playing the game a lot slower and more methodically. Personally, I think that this sort of map design can and will work extremely well with Modern Warfare, as from what we have seen, the game has a much slower and tactical approach. I will say, however, that I can see that this might not be such a sought after feature in the competitive scene, as it could mean that certain maps are unbalanced with the power positions and there will be an element of randomness to where people could be. But if people can deal with the randomness of Fortnite and still play it competitively, then I'm sure they'll manage on COD. All I can see happening is that people will just have to play a lot more tactically and actually rely on their aiming and gun skill, which probably isn't such a bad thing. Another thing that I noticed when playing Modern Warfare 2, and this one won't surprise many people, is the sheer amount of goddamn explosions. I mean, Jesus Christ, this game has more explosions than a bloody jihad introduction video. Not that I've seen one, it's just that's what I imagine they would look like. But seriously, you can walk around a corner, explosion. Try and get a line of sight across the map, explosion. Explosion, explosion, and wait for it, more f***ing explosions. I think it's safe to say that if there is anything that Modern Warfare should leave back in 2009, it's the bloody explosions. Honestly, I don't know how I used to deal with dying like that all the time back in the day, because I don't mind telling you that after half an hour of getting new-tubed in the face after every turn, I was ready to message the whole enemy team and tell them how I was going to rim their f***ing mum. It's no wonder why the Call of Duty lobbies have such a bad reputation for being toxic when this shit was going on. Another thing that I'm not sure how people will feel about is the pro perk system. In Modern Warfare 2, each perk had a pro version that could be unlocked. For example, Marathon let you have unlimited sprint, and the pro version of the perk let you mantle and climb obstacles faster. I actually really liked this mechanic, as it meant that you had more to work towards and even more customization options. However, there is one perk in Modern Warfare 2 that I think everyone can agree on does not need to make a return in this soft reboot. And the winner is Commando. I mean, this perk was super fun and basically increased the range of your knife. This doesn't sound so bad on the face of things, but believe me, after being stabbed by the same little dickhead running around with his USP and tactical knife for the 10th time in a row, and having to look at his gamer tag, which was probably something like XX Rogue XX with the clan tag Weed, really starts to grind you down. Especially when the pro version of this perk meant that you wouldn't take any fall damage and you were essentially left with a lobby full of hyper knife wielding ninjas that would just drop out of nowhere and really put a shitter in the window. If you know, you know. One more massive thing that I have noticed from the reveal trailer was that it looks like the return of the tactical nuke. Now this is probably the most iconic kill streak of any Call of Duty game. It was a streak that was so obnoxious that when you received it, or should I say earned it, you just stopped the whole game. Like saying, hey guys, I'm so much better than you that you're just going to have to end the game right here. No need to carry on, you bunch of pussy virgins. I mean, ironically, the people who could consistently pull these nukes off weren't exactly Casanovas themselves. So hey, maybe we should just let them have the nuke. So I don't know if the tactical nuke is going to be the same in Modern Warfare or if it's maybe just going to kill the whole team and let the game play out, similar to what the Moab did. I'm not sure, but I will say that I'm very excited to see how it will be implemented into the game. So I want to know, what are you guys most excited to see in the new Call of Duty? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for today, and if you've enjoyed the video, please like, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe and smash that notification icon so you don't miss out on any more bad jokes and average content. Thanks for watching, I'm Average Ol. Peace.